Hi everyone, and thanks for being here. Nvidia lately has updated the Nvidia app on the version. Here we have 10.0.1.256. And in this version, they have added two nice features that you guys should check out. So let's see what these features are and check out how they can be useful. The first one, we can find it under System and Performance. And here we have what is the automatic tuning. What this does is automatically change the settings of your GPU for the best performances depending on your GPU. You can also change the performance limits manually here, as we can see, and change also the fan speed target and whatever. But if you enable this one, it will start and automatically tuning your GPU, and it will do it on a regular basis, as you can see here. So if we click on this information here, we can see the disclaimer that automatic tuner which finds best overclocking and so on, and it is performed on a monthly basis when your system is idle to maintain optimal performances. I believe monthly basis because the release of the drivers, minor update or major update of the drivers for the GPU are more or less monthly. So whenever new driver is released and installed on your system, the automatic tuning is going to go through that process of tuning automatically the settings for your GPU. I find this one really helpful because you can automatically let Nvidia's app to tune your GPU settings without having to change those settings by yourself and maybe make the system crash. So this will do it safely and you don't have that issues of system crash and so on. So this is the first thing that I highly recommend if you are looking to boost a little bit the performances of your system and of your GPU, to check this one if it's going to fit your needs. And here we have, as we can see here, whenever you enable it, it's going to let us know what are the frequencies that has been automatically added here and what is the VRAM running also on the memory that it might be added here. Now I find this useful particularly for maybe I have an RTX 4090, so maybe in this case it might not be needed to automatic tune the system, but whatever, if you have 4070 or 4060 or whatever else you have, you can enable this one and it will boost a little bit the performances and it's going to be really helpful. And the second feature or second thing supported here is the AV1 codec. I'll leave down in the description a couple of links so you guys can go and check what is the AV1 codec and so on. But shortly, the aim of this codec is to reduce whenever possible the space when you record videos or when you stream. So when you can find these settings is you have to enable the Nvidia overlay, and we go through the settings of the overlay and we have to go through the settings here and go through video capture, and from here we can decide what kind of codec we want. As you can see, we can choose between AV1 standard codec from Nvidia, and as we can see, if we switch from AV1, and as we can see, we can switch from AV1 to the other codec, standard codec. And the most important thing here, we have the frame rate that finally they have it boosted, they have it changed it up to 120 FPS, so we can go from 30, 60 and 120. The bitrate here, I would suggest you, I've been testing it a little bit, so I would suggest you the maximum bitrate if you are recording on 4K resolution. You can change it to 150, the maximum, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit strange, the recording, and you might not be able to play back. And resolution, of course, we have 4K resolution. So this is the other important settings here, which from what I've tested, let's say in 1 minute of gameplay in 4K, high frame rate and whatever, with all the high settings and so on, 1 minute with standard codec is more or less 120 megabytes of space, and with the codec of AV1 we can aim to remain between 80 and 100. It depends, of course, on the game and or if you are recording your desktop or whatever else you are recording. So here we have a saving about 15 or 20% of space. So this is a nice feature that if you guys are recording or if you want to record your gameplays or your desktop or whatever, you can use this one and it's going to compress without losing that much quality on your recordings. So these are the two new features added on the Nvidia app, which I find it really interesting, and you guys should check out and see if they are fitting your setup and if you are going to use them. So let me know down in the comments if you are using one of these features and what kind of settings you are applying to your system. Thanks for watching, and if you find this video helpful, consider subscribing, hit the like button,